What's going on, folks? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Run and Gun Podcast. I'm Jay Peeps, and I'm slowly still waiting for Ace to come back and everything. Eventually, he will be on tonight and everything like that. Um, he's just going through a little bit of technical issues and stuff right now. Um, but overall, we got a good show for y'all this evening and everything such as that. We're going to talk about, FAMU and USF, kind of close that one, and then basically bring up what FAMU faces next with West Florida. We're going to talk about, of course, which FAMU player shined on Sunday Night Football this past weekend as well. And also we're going to talk about, the Jets losing Aaron Rodgers and what does that mean going forward for the Jets? Because honestly, I'll talk about it. But as well, too, we're going to talk about, how Alabama fell this weekend. Is Texas really, truly one of the best top 4 teams in the country right now? We'll find out. We'll see. As well, too, a couple of other games this weekend, looking at it as well. Tennessee looking to make history this weekend. And then also, too, who is the most impressive for week 1 and who will bounce back in week 2 of the NFL as well. So a lot of things going on this week in a very lackluster show. They say week 3 of college football, but a very interesting week 2 of the NFL. So we shall see. So without further ado, as always, let me go ahead and just post it up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, make sure you also leave a comment this evening too. If you are watching on YouTube, head over. No, my bad. If you're watching on Twitter, head over to YouTube to leave a comment. If you are watching on Facebook, you can leave a like. I'm not sure if the comment section will work, but if you're all watching on YouTube, there he is. If he pops up. Oh, wait. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, no, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment. And of course, as always, let's go. You're good.
Say something.
I'm already talking. We're about to run the intro. All right, let's go ahead and run the intro while he gets that settled. And he's gone. So yeah, intro time. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP.
This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash. This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to
You're listening to
the Run and Gun Podcast.
So, without further ado, as you already know, let's go ahead and dive right into it this evening. So, with that being said, while we still wait for him to come back, so first things first, of course. So, as you all know, FAMU basically went to Tampa this weekend to try to make history. No marching 100, just fan base and the team went down there to try to go make history, and unfortunately came up with the first loss of the season. And like I said Saturday night, it was late and I was already tired. But like I said, do not hit the DEFCON 1 button. Relax. It's going to be okay. I personally predicted 12-1, and we're on pace for that. Well, no, I didn't predict 12-1. I said the ceiling was 12-1. I predicted 9-2. We're on pace for. I said the ceiling. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I cannot get my words out this evening. I predicted 9-2. I said the ceiling was 12-1. We're on pace for 12-1 still. So, got it. Okay, cool. Boom. But, honestly, I mean, watching a couple of interviews and stuff, Willie Simmons did say, a lot, like the wide receivers did Musa no favors, which, I mean, you look at it, the last interception, basically, I think it was just lazy route running and stuff because, I mean, hey, guys were winded towards the end. And plus you had lackadaisical penalties and stuff such as that, holding back FAMU from being able to make plays and stuff. You had fourth down penalties that were detrimental where FAMU could have converted on 4th and 1s or 4th and 3s. You had drop passes and stuff. You had plays where FAMU just fumbled the ball away or had, illegal hands to the face, which gave USF great field position. But nonetheless, you fought hard. Honestly, I still predicted the score correctly, even though I was hoping I'd be wrong. But, now FAMU heads into a game where they do now match up. Well, we got 2 comments. Oh, yeah. No, he'll be on his way eventually. I thought he had the issues figured out, but he'll be on his way. But yeah, so now, you head into a situation now where you're playing against a Division II powerhouse that is averaging 35 points a game that you do not want to take lightly because they can come in here and beat you. So the new task will be, extending the home winning streak to 16 games. That will be the goal now going forward. Also, too, FAMU has 3 key players that are questionable right now. Well, except for one. Mike Marshall's out for the season. Cardell Thomas will be a game time decision on Saturday. And David Manigo still dealing with the hand, but he is listed as a game time decision as well. He's still questionable. So we'll see what happens there. Southern loses the Boombox Classic in Jackson not in Jackson, but in wait a minute. Is he coming? There he is.
There we are. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hallelujah.
Now, I know, I'm past USF. I'm on to West Florida now. I'm not even going to do it. But yeah, so, I was just telling people about, how pretty much how that game went and stuff and what needs to be improved upon for game 3 here against West Florida, the team that averages 35 points a game.
All right. We're talking about FAMU West Florida, right? Yeah.
Yes.
As long as they do what they did this weekend, as long as Musa takes care of that ball, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, too, Willie Simmons didn't even point the finger at Musa either as far as the turnovers go, to be honest with you.
No, it's not like on him or anything. It's just like, just got to keep it nice and clean around as a team.
That since the fan base is playing for West Florida, the SWAC support is fake. I mean, honestly, to be real with you, if we're being completely honest, I knew it was fake from the get-go. To be real with you. Because honestly, look, do you really think people cared if Grambling went into Baton Rouge and upset LSU? They didn't care. People wanted to laugh at Grambling get their doors blown off. Honestly speaking, too, you have those that honestly were hoping to see FAMU get 600 total yards gushed down their throat from other fan bases. But do you think that we're surprised? No, not really. But it's okay. I mean, I've moved on.
Just handling that, so you're just doing it, not like snarky or anything. It's just like sly how you're doing it.
No, I mean, look, here's the funny thing about it. It's like you have those that can't get over things because it's like, look, FAMU for the past 2 years was not in control of their own destiny in the SWAC. And nobody was wishing evil upon anybody. But now that the table is turned, you see people wishing evil on people. And to me personally, I'm just like, you know what? I can give a rat's ass what those people think. Just keep playing Rattler football. Do what you do and win the game. Focus on what you are focused on. And let them feel how they want to feel. That's my take.
No, you're not wrong or anything about that. It's like keeping it where people, it comes with any team, I guess, when they get good. It's like you have to filter out who are the real fans and who are the casuals and the ones who are kind of like secretly ops, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you just gotta keep going about your business and not have to worry about what people say, because people are gonna flip on you like that once you get good. And if you keep your business right, you'll have less people less reasons to these same people to go flip on you.
Facts.
The ones who are on the edge, if you keep it how you're going about your business and you don't change what you're doing, and you keep it, how do I say this, professional, and not get cocky on how you're doing it to an extent that will rub people the wrong way, you don't even have to worry about that either.
True. And honestly, too, dude, it's like, people don't hate bad teams, people hate the good teams. And that's to be expected and stuff. So it's fine. That'll be all right. But with that being said, also too, you had the Boombox Classic this weekend as well. You had Jackson State goes into Baton Rouge and basically takes down Southern. Southern did not look good. Southern is, sitting as the team that was predicted to win the West. Southern is not looking the part.
Yeah, everything's falling down.
They're really not.
Oh no, Southern has not looked to where they should be at this point in the game. Like week 2, technically now. It's like you would think by now they get their act together, hopefully, and get going. It's just like they're struggling to get it out of first gear. It's like the clutch stuck and they just can't go nowhere right now.
Yeah, literally. Because and then honestly too, but from what I've heard, it's like it's. I hope it's not favoritism, but I mean, dude, I don't get it. I just don't get. Oh man, they don't even have the stats fully up. They don't have the stats fully up like I wanted. Hold on, maybe I can pull it up on my computer, on my phone. I was hoping that they would have had the stats up like I truly really wanted it to be, and stuff. But it's just like a big fat article by the Associated Press. So hopefully, no, dude, I'm like, what's a big fat article gonna tell me? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Got to keep it nice and clean.
Nope, there's no stats. There is no stats for some reason. Well, all you can really say is Southern basically, because I'm checking ESPN too. Southern basically scored a touchdown first quarter, and in the fourth, and they got shut out for 2 quarters after that. Scored a little, one more for the Gipper.
I don't think you mean to embrace here, Ash. I think you typoed that. I think it's just SWAC football outside of really FAMU right now is just not looking good at all.
Honest? I mean, if we're being real,
embarrassing. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's like you had Alabama State lose to Miles, who was supposed to be the 3rd best team in this conference, but I question that now because I can't even gauge Alabama A&M this weekend against Southern because Southern is not that good. So it's just like how do you gauge? All I can really say is I like FAMU's sitting at the top right now, and Jackson State. Everybody else, it's like you don't know. You got Alabama, you got Southern sitting there at 0-2. You got Alabama State sitting there at 1-1. Did they win last weekend?
I don't remember.
Oh no, they didn't even.
I don't think they won.
They didn't play.
Oh, I'm like, that's why I was like, I don't remember. Because like, I'm pretty sure I would have heard something if they won.
Yeah, they didn't play. They're sitting there at 1-0, but yeah, they're sitting. Actually, no. Yeah, they're sitting there at 1-1. 1-1. My bad. Yeah, 1-1.
Oh, they played week 0. That's right.
Yeah. They have a bye week this week, and then they come back and play Alcorn on the 30th. So it's like, it's hard to gauge with certain things.
Pretty early bye, though.
Facts. Big facts. Also, too, the Aggie Eagle Classic goes to North Carolina Central. North Carolina Central still proving that they are carrying the big.
Yeah, North Carolina Central is on that kind of business right now.
Yeah, it's actually funny to me because you had their coach basically come out and say, they won't bring a crowd like that to their state to they won't bring a crowd like that to home games aside from homecoming in the CAA and well A&T won't. And I'm like, A&T last year they averaged a higher home attendance than you did. They said Alabama State was a threat to FAMU, but after that loss, I question that. I mean, anything could happen, but still. Yeah, no, anything could happen. I think the best thing right now is, FAMU's got Alabama State coming to brag. But at the same time, too, there's a lot that I do question with regard to the whole situation with Alabama State. It's just because it's like you go in there and you beat up Southern. Okay, well, how good is Southern? But then you lose to Miles, a team you should not be losing to. So it's like, what type of game are they going to bring when they come to Tallahassee in 2 weeks? Hard to tell.
Alabama State ain't looking the part right now. Most of the teams in the SWAC just ain't looking it right now. I don't know if they still on the off-season hype or what, but like, come on now, we on week 3 now. You gotta get your gears going.
Exactly. You got to. Big facts. Oh, is that
Morgan State? That's it. Just Morgan State.
Yes. Dude.
I get some props to Morgan State. They looking nice.
Dude, they're playing Towson this weekend. I'm low-key feeling Morgan State to win that game. It's in Morgan too, I believe. Yes. I'm feeling Morgan to take that. Because
Morgan State has had some good years here and there. It's not like they've been like a bad program. They got a good program over there. They're gonna be good.
Look, hold up. I'm trying to remember who the coach is. Because I don't think it's Tyrone Wheatley anymore. It's DeMond Wilson. Last year he went 4-7, but he's got him playing good ball this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking the part. It is definitely looking the part.
Because we didn't match tonight.
I know. I threw literally, dude. I came home and I threw something on, and I was hungry.
I came home and I'm like, really, this computer here refuses to work. But yeah, Morgan State, they just kind of like that. It's like they come home, they're like, no, that was last year. They were like, I don't know, I don't feel like it right now. And then this year, they're like, oh, we're back this year.
Took down Richmond 17-10 at the University of Richmond, and then at the same time too, after that, beat the University of Akron. Or not beat them, lost to them by 3 points. And then they get Towson this weekend at home. So it's like
good ball over there.
I think that might not be the only threat to they might not be a threat to NC Central, but we'll see. But we could swing on.
I doubt it. All right, we doing college football first or NFL?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, which part you want to start off with? Alabama losing to Texas, hook 'em up right now.
I'm gonna start with this.
The SEC. Okay, I'm gonna say this first before we get going. The SEC kind of looking like how the SWAC football is right now. Most of them teams in the SEC are not looking good. They haven't figured out. Oh wait, we're playing football right now. Now that being said, back to Tennessee. I just wanted to throw that out there before we, get going into it. So, for the games of the week, well, Tennessee's gonna get the Gainesville. They gotta go down to the swamp. Did you see the part with Alabama eating the gator? Right? You saw that post? Yeah, they think, they're getting ready to play USF. We're gonna eat a gator for it. I'm like, because they're not playing UF right, this should be Tennessee eating the gator beforehand. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Because Tennessee's I don't get why they're eating a gator. It's not like the USF is gators.
It's a bowl.
Exactly. It's like you should be eating like a hamburger or a steak or something.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the best thing that could have ever happened was, or not the best thing, the worst thing that could have ever happened was USF catching a pissed off Alabama after eking by 2 touchdowns against FAMU.
Mm.
So we're gonna have
USF. I'm like, I told you this last week. Their wide receivers aren't that good.
we're gonna have a homegoing service for USF this weekend.
A memorial service.
Yes, exactly. But
Rest
honestly,
in peace, USF. It was
I'm gonna be-
1-1 while it was fun while it lasted.
as far as this goes, I'm gonna be real with you. I think
I think so.
Tennessee's gonna make history. Tennessee has not won in the swamp since 2003. It's been 20 years.
Man, yours truly was probably either it would have been 2003, so September. So yeah, I was like a wee little lad.
It's always the third Saturday in September. So were you born?
Yeah, I was born already.
Okay.
I was a wee little lad.
Just a wee little lad.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully they get it. I think they'll do good. Joe Milton, I believe. Yeah, he's been looking the part. I think he got it. Florida has not looked good at all on either side of the ball.
Florida's
Zero
a trope,
faith.
man. Florida's a trope. They won last week because they played Nicholas. Okay, Alabama isn't that dominant force anymore. Ace.
That's true.
I think really. I think. Go ahead.
No. You go.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, I really just think Alabama doesn't have a quarterback.
I don't think it's more on Milroe as just like, you go back to, I want to say it's 2-a-days, right? You had Judy, you had Ridley, then you went to Ruggs, Waddle, Smith, then you had Jameson and Mechie. It's like, yeah, really good wide receivers in Alabama all these years, and like now you're like, I can't tell you a single wide receiver on Alabama.
But see, the thing is too, like, you gotta look at even when AJ McCarron was there. He was a true like field general that commanded the offense. And honestly, realistically, well, I mean, I think it's because he was my personal favorite as far as all the Alabama quarterbacks goes. Like Kevin Norwood, like nobody really knew who he was, but he was making plays. AJ McCarron was like feeding that man, making him great. You had, I mean, he was decent, but he wasn't like all that. You have Marquise Mays, who a lot of people don't remember. Some do, some don't. But like he didn't really pan out in the NFL, but it's like he was still nice in college because he was making plays from AJ McCarron and Greg McElroy.
I was gonna say Alabama as like a quarterback school has come a long way from what it was probably in like 2008 to 2015. I'm gonna say 2016. No, 15, I believe, because he had 16. What year was Coker? No, Watson Coker was what? Coker was 2016. I think Hurts showed up in 2017.
Coker was 15, but Hurts got there around that time when they were prepping for the national championship. So he played the role of Deshaun Watson for the scout team.
Yeah, that's about right. Because like you go between the McCarron days and all that, right? Alabama's never had quarterbacks. They lit it up in college, and then they lit it up in the NFL, right?
Oh,
then you went. And right after Coker, Jalen Hurts showed up. He lit it up for Bama. Then Tua came up. He lit it up for Bama. Then Mac Jones came and lit it up for Bama. Last year was Bryce Young for the last 2 years.
mm-hmm.
And now this year it's Milroe. Milroe hasn't been terrible. It's just like the team hasn't started clicking yet for him, it feels like.
I could say that is true. Now, see, will they go on a run? Who knows? They got to bounce. It starts with another home game against another team that's been a thorn in their side, whether they win or they lose. Ole Miss. You think Lane Kiffin doesn't think about beating the daylights out of Nick Saban every day? He definitely does. So
yeah,
it's another one where you got to be ready. You have to be ready. But honestly, I was going to point out, too, you had 2 other wide receivers that weren't like all pros, like DeAndrew White and Ardarius Stewart. Those were 2 other guys that were like nice receivers that, like, I want to say Jake Coker. Yeah, it was Jake Coker made them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know. I mean, it's like
Yeah, I don't know any of these wide receivers on Alabama. Just like no, every year is like the last couple of years, has been like a hype guy coming.
Mhm.
Nothing.
For me, it's like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's like I feel like I'm still sticking to my guns. I feel like Alabama has a QB issue, but I feel like also too like when they get a game manager in there, the game manager makes the wide receivers because he feeds the hot hand. I know this is very tongue twisty with how I'm saying it. I know that's why you're looking at me like this, but it's like
No, I'm just saying like you could watch a guy, right? Sometimes you could watch him and you go, "Oh wow, this guy's got it," right? Like you watch Judy at Bama, he's like, "Holy shit, man, got some game in him," right?
but
You
see,
watch Jama, you watch Devontae, you was like,
but see, look, but you also watch because you remember 2015, Nick Saban started Cooper Bateman over Jake Coker, and it's like
but Jake Coker and them had like Amari Cooper and stuff. It's not like they didn't have any bumps
no,
on that team.
Jake Coker did not have Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was
No,
gone.
Amari Cooper came out in 2014, so that was the 1
2013.
year in between.
Oh no,
Oh yeah,
yes,
2013. He came in the draft in 2014.
yeah. So like after they got beat by Ohio State in the playoff, then he came out. But it's like you look at that and like you look at how Jake Coker played after he went in against Ole Miss in a losing effort. It's like you look at him the rest of the season and you're like, why didn't Jake Coker start from the get-go? Because I feel like if he'd have started from the get-go, Alabama probably would have beat Ole Miss that season. But I digress. That was a good
I don't know.
team.
I feel like the jury's still kind of out on Milroe.
Yeah.
But now back to this game, I feel like what's his name, Joe Milton. I just got to make sure I get it right because it's Milroe and Milton. They're like both have a J and then both start with an M. It's like I just mix them up sometimes, but it's like Milton on the other hand, Milton looking pretty solid, like really really solid coming in the last 2 games. So I don't have to worry about him too much. I think they're gonna torch Florida.
I agree.
I mean, I know last week they played Austin P, but like, come on now. Dude was 21, 33, 228, 2 TDs, nice and clean. He didn't have to do much because his running back ran for 118 yards. And his other running back ran for 95.
Right now coming in, Tennessee's favored by 6.5.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Like, against Virginia, he was 21 of 30, 201, 2 TDs. You just keep it nice and simple. That's kind of like game managing, like that you are talking about. And then he also gave you 9 carries for 33 yards on the ground. So he has a little bit of mobility. That is what Jalen Milroe should be working on, keeping a game manager and then use the legs as a backup, like to create things when they don't have anything available and not having your legs be your first priority go-to move.
Facts. Now for this one, we can finally get to it.
I feel like if they play, well, I don't know. How I say this? Where the rest of the conquer? I don't think Drunk woke up yet. I think Drunk's still hungover.
Why you do that?
I'm just messing with Drunk. Drunk will show up now that I mention it.
Because watch, now that you said this, he's going to see that, and he's going to be here next week, and he's going to let you know about it.
Oh yeah, he just watched back the shows because he's like, I said this at this specific time.
Exactly.
In this episode.
Exactly. So he's going to get you.
Oh yeah.
So Drunk, I just want you to know, he said it, not me. That man right there.
Wait. He knows I just tease him. It's all good.
True.
But yeah,
love.
Best teams in the how do I say this? Okay, well we know Clemson definitely ain't in it. I feel like FSU is gonna steamroll them.
Honestly, did you see that announcement? I sent it to you.
Huh?
I sent it to you. Did you see that announcement?
Did you email it or DM it?
I DM'd it. They put Florida State and Clemson at 12.
When was this?
This was like earlier this like Sunday, yeah. or yesterday, I think, or like Monday or something like that. I think it was Monday.
You did not send me that.
I sent it in the big group chat.
Oh, the big group chat. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah. But I wasn't really shocked, honestly. I was thinking to myself, I was like, look,
They took it off prime time. Yeah.
it's because I was expecting it to be prime time because I was expecting Clemson to show up. But when you struggle against Duke, struggle and lose against Duke, and then you struggle for majority of the game, but then blow the doors off of what was it? It wasn't the Citadel, but it was an FCS competition. Charleston Southern. That's who it was. It was Charleston Southern. When you struggle like that 2 weeks in a row, yeah, it's
they won 66-17, man. Why are you being so? I'm just kidding.
Look, man, that wasn't.
It was a tied game after the end of the first quarter, man. It was like,
look, and I'm gonna pull something up for you, and I can guarantee you, a lot of Florida State fans have not forgot it. I'm gonna pull it up on Wikipedia because it was. Oh wait, yep, there it is right there. So October 27th, 2018. Florida State fans remember that date very well because that was the day that Clemson rolled into Tallahassee and blew them out 59-10, where the old man was basically sitting up there in the sun with his shirt off, reading a book. It was that, and it was so embarrassing. And what happened was, I remember vividly, they were supposed to play in 2020, but Dabo basically said Mike Norvell was trying to dodge Clemson because he said that they were basically scared to play them. So now, like, Clemson is wounded.
I want to see Clemson. What Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson about to do to Clemson is probably gonna be illegal in the South.
Oh, dude,
It's gonna be illegal in at least all 50 states. What those two are about to do to them,
and it's about to happen in their house.
Exactly. I was like, when you watch Coleman against LSU week 1, right? I'm like,
they had on the Apple Watch.
Exactly. He was just like, he had a vibe on him. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a dog in this. He got that mentality. He's like, I'm gonna be the best dude on this field, and nothing you can do about it.
The man had on an Apple Watch, literally recording his workout while cooking LSU.
What he's about to do to them is going to be illegal in all 50 states.
I'm telling you. And you think you Florida State is tired of hearing about Clemson. They are ready to take that throne back. So, yeah, get ready because it's coming. It's coming next weekend, and we'll be here talking about it next Wednesday.
We'll do a proper preview when it comes.
Yes,
it's gonna be a sour taste in the Carolinas because what'll obviously about to do to Carolina Panthers is gonna be illegal in all 50 states, and then you have Keon Coleman coming to South Carolina next weekend.
Also
to do the same thing.
Before we do move on with the NFL.
Yeah. What else we got?
So
we need to talk about Mel Tucker.
Yes. So
that's nasty stuff.
Mel Tucker fired at Michigan State, and Michigan State is investigating allegations Tucker sexually harassed an activist / rape survivor named Brenda Tracy.
Yeah, that was disturbing, sickening, and he needed to go.
It's okay. So, Michigan State. Okay, so I'm actually pulling up an article right now. So they basically suspended him without pay on Sunday, less than 24 hours after allegations became public in USA Today. The report that he sexually harassed an activist and rape survivor, Brenda Tracy, during a phone call last year, which let this be a lesson that your past can follow you. University President Teresa K. Woodruff said, and Athletic Director Alan Haller announced the suspension pending the results of an outside investigation into the allegations. The university hired a Title IX attorney to investigate Tracy's complaint, and the investigation concluded on July 25th. The hearing is scheduled for the week of October 5th, so we're getting closer and closer to the hearing. to determine if Tucker violated the school's sexual harassment and exploitation policy. When the investigative report was finished, Tucker was told not to have contact with Tracy and that Howler would increase his oversight of him and the program. Howler said it at a news conference Sunday evening. Howler said he didn't immediately suspend Tucker in July because the entire process of the investigation was not completed. Secondary coach Harlan Barnett will serve as the team's interim head coach, and former coach Mark D'Antonio was named associate head coach while Tucker awaits his fate. But this is at the time before he was fired. So it's wow. It's actually crazy to think. No way. No way. That's crazy. Someone made a TikTok about it.
I don't have TikTok, so I probably.
Dude, they took a picture together. 27 calls between the two, and with an average of 30 minutes late night calls. And there you see Mel Tucker and Brenda Tracy together.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. Taking advantage of people.
Dude, that's insane. So now it's like you're walking in there against a talented Huskies team. You know why three of my favorite channels have to be on at the same time? Y'all OG strikes on off script. I keep going back and forth. Hey, I mean, look, it's like,
Wednesday, just a good day.
Honestly, it's like, it's you got to think about it like this. We keep Wednesdays rolling because Wednesday is that middle day of the week that it's like the ugly stepchild in the middle of the week that nobody wants to deal with. And because you're like, I'm so far away from the beginning of the week, but I'm so far away from the weekend. So it's like we're like that little hump to kind of get you over to the end of the week. And then it's like you think about it, especially now since it's football season. You got Thursday night football to look forward to tomorrow. And then you got Friday, where it's like the work week's over. And then you got games on Saturday. High school football on Friday, too. And then you got Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you got Monday night football. And then you got Tuesday nothing. And then you come right back to Wednesday with us.
Yep. That's about right.
We aim to please.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, though.
Yeah, that whole.
Oh, no shade. Oh, I'm just. Oh yeah, no, we know.
You're fine.
Like we said, man, we're here to get you through the middle of the week, so it works out. But
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah, no, this Mel Tucker situation is bad, man. That
it is very bad. He done.
The wildest ones. That one, Pat Fitzgerald, and then I don't know if you remember him from Baylor, Art Briles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Insane, dude.
Baylor had some wild one.
Dude, Art, I'm telling you now.
There was a lot of wild things coming in Baylor. Some of it was very wrong, and some of it was
Art Briles ain't never going to coach again, which I don't know why Grambling even entertained that and brought him in. And then, Pat Fitzgerald, I think he's done. Mel Tucker, I think he's done.
And I thought he was good too. Last year, he was he just got paid. I think 2 years ago, he got a massive contract or whatever.
Yeah, he did, dude. I was rooting for Mel Tucker, man. I wanted to see him get Michigan State back to being in the Rose Bowl consistently and doing what they were doing and challenging Michigan and challenging Ohio State and challenging Penn State. But it's falling off now. Definitely gonna fall off now. So yeah, but we can transition to the NFL now.
Yeah. All right. Which part you want to start with? Rest in peace, New York fans.
Oh, whoops. Honestly,
why do you think I'm wearing a New York shirt right now? In black. We're here to remember the New York football, both of them.
Did you see how they posted the 75 seconds of Aaron Rodgers' highlights? They posted him running out the tunnel, dapping up with what was it? Jake Paul.
And the dude from The Office.
Yeah, and the dude from The Office. And then they showed him playing like his 3 snaps and going out the game. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so disrespectful.
The saddest part about that injury to Rodgers, like with him tearing the Achilles or whatever, wasn't how he got hurt. He had Garrett Wilson wide open right in front of him, and if he had just passed him the ball, he wouldn't have got hurt.
I know.
Like, he was right here, right? Garrett Wilson was like literally like 2 yards in front of him, and he could have just passed it wide open to him and not took a sack.
I don't get it, man. Well, I mean, I get it. Like,
But that MetLife turf, they say the turf doesn't cause more injuries than grass, but like, you remember the time San Francisco, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Dude,
San Francisco went into MetLife and they played the Giants, I want to say week 2, and the Jets week 3, or one of the way it was either one of those, right? Where they stayed in MetLife for 2 weeks. They had 2 games there. And they lost, I want to say, like 13 starters.
Yeah.
Just like, and like 5 of them were to season-ending injuries, either ACL or Achilles.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, Odell used to complain about that turf. Odell used to complain.
Oh wait, what last year? Sterling Shepard was the last year or the year before? Sterling Shepard, he was just running his route and his ACL just popped, just went bye-bye, and he was literally just running straight.
See, what's crazy is like in the old Meadowlands, it used to be the crazy winds and stuff and whatnot. Which Phil Simms knew that stadium better than anybody. But here, it's like the turf is so bad, and you would think that like the turf would be better, with the fact that like we're in a more modern age where like people take that stuff seriously with like player safety and like having the field done and everything like that. But no,
3 more years of it. 3 more years. They have to switch it to grass field for the World Cup in 2026. So
good.
But that's the issue though. And they're not changing it for the NFL. They're changing it because they want to make money off of the World Cup.
My thing is they should just change it to grass now. They should have done that in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have made more sense. But I will say, though, Jets play the Chiefs this weekend, but the Jets did rally with Zach Wilson. But do you trust Zach Wilson going forward?
It's not the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no, my bad.
No, Chiefs got Jags.
Yeah, no, my bad. Yeah, no, they play them on Sunday night, week 4. So they can't get out. So it's like
they have the Cowboys this weekend.
Is that in Dallas?
Yeah, and given what Dallas just did to the Giants offensive line, Zach Wilson might not survive the game.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And here's the thing too: it's like Marquise Bell might have another field day.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get into that in a minute, but we're still talking about New York. That is gonna have its own little 5-10 minute conversation on that. That was great stuff over there. But yeah, so with Zach Wilson, you're like, he didn't do anything to lose the game last weekend or Monday, but it's not like he's doing anything to win the game either. But then also they were 7 and something. No, they were doing good. I want to say before Brees Hall's injury. So I want to say they were like 4-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Last year, and then Brees Hall's ACL happened, and the season went bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if Brees Hall stays healthy, you got Dalvin Cook there too. You keep it as a run-heavy team, but you have Zach Wilson throw it in because he wasn't like terrible or anything. You just got to make sure he gets the ball to Garrett Wilson.
Facts.
The Wilson to Wilson connection should work because Wilson is talented enough to make a play on the ball if you even throw a bad ball, as we saw with the touchdown Monday.
I agree. Dude, this is gonna be a challenge. I feel like they're gonna let it ride for a few weeks and try to like show that they have faith in Zach Wilson. Plus, Aaron Rodgers will be there coaching him up from the sideline. But honestly, dude, I've seen people say they need to call Jameis.
The Saints ain't doing that because remember Hainer won and got himself suspended for what? 6 weeks. So he has 5 more weeks suspended.
Who?
The third string quarterback got suspended. It sucks. Fourth due to the third string quarterback, and he got caught juicing. Anyways, Anyways, yeah, so it's just Jameis and Taysom as the backups, and like, really, does anybody trust Taysom to be a backup quarterback?
I mean, I was gonna say, how do you, the leader of Saints Nation, do you trust Taysom Hill to be the backup?
Man, I don't care.
Why you got say it louder. Nah, don't look down like that. Nah.
All right, Taysom is good for maybe a game at most.
There you go. That's better.
Extended period is not going to end well.
That's better.
Especially without Sean Payton there, it's not going to go good.
That's better. That's better. He.
So yeah, I don't think they're going to get. Now they could call Trubisky if they're really desperate.
I saw some where it was like, they mentioned Kaepernick, Andy Dalton. They mentioned bringing Matt Ryan out of the TV booth because he said
Carson Wentz. I think somebody said Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Who am I trade for?
I saw Josh Rosen and I lost it. Because I'm like, if you go Josh Rosen, you might as well keep Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? Why? You're going to get worse with Josh Rosen.
I think they were just saying that's a free agent available, but like, still, why?
Yeah, I know exactly. I still would not call him. I would rather bring in Kaepernick before I bring
gameplay for 7 years. They're not bringing in either one of them.
And who do you trust more? Do you trust Josh
none?
Or Kaepernick?
I would trust Randall Cobb.
Honestly, yeah, because he was a quarterback at Kentucky.
I'll take Randall Cobb.
That is a fact. Because look, the man was a QB at Kentucky. Don't count him out. Don't sell it short. Also, too, the injury to Aaron Rodgers does also hurt the Packers because they needed Aaron Rodgers.
There he is.
2%. They needed Aaron Rodgers to play 70% of the offensive snap. I'm tired as hell. I've been making I told you Aaron Rodgers wash rounds all day at work.
Yeah, so Packers aren't getting a first-round pick because Rodgers had to play 70% of the snaps for the season to get the first, so now they're just getting a second. But I would throw this out there as a potential scenario where if, like, Zach Wilson, he goes 1-4, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. Week 6 comes around, he's 1-4. The Jets are, like, 2-4. Would not shock me if you see a trade for Kyler Murray. Or not even 1-4, like 2-3 probably be more accurate. I think 2-3 where they're sitting at 3-3, and you're like, ooh, that ain't steaming. That's a lava hot take. What you mean steaming? That thing's hotter than lava.
Championship.
Actually, no, that's a solar hot take, man. That thing hotter than the sun.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, you gotta think about. Damn. So it's like you gotta get through Josh Allen, which he's already done, but it's like likely they're gonna have to get.
The Jets defense owns Josh Allen. Like the Browns defense owns Joe Burrow. The Jets defense owns Josh Allen. Josh Allen is actually terrible against the Jets.
It worries me though. It's like because they're gonna have to go in. Well, they're from up north too. But
Tua is probably the issue. If Tua stay healthy, Tua is easily the best quarterback in that division, over Josh.
So it's like, geez, I'm just honestly, you know what? If Patrick Mahomes can't do it himself. It's showing that he needs Travis Kelce. So it's like, dang, this is for the first time. It's like you really just don't know who's gonna be there at the end.
The AFC Championship game, if Kelce stays healthy, it'd probably be the Chiefs because Chris Jones is back.
Oh, he got
re-signed 1 year, 20 deal. 25 or 20.
I know he wanted more. Josh Allen was so bad. I'd be messaging everybody.
Stephon Diggs hitting them with that trade request. I think it's not a matter of if, it's more of when.
Dude, honestly,
in fantasy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, honestly, dude, like Stephon Diggs was very upset with
that game.
Yeah, last year
last year he was upset. A year before he was upset. It's like what it matters most. It's like some reason they just don't get over the hump.
because they're Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's literally like you've seen before. The Four Falls of Buffalo. That's a legit thing. And then it's like when you think that they're gonna like finally do it and get back and do what they're supposed to do, they let you down again. They've
Well,
been
that's the
letting
Cowboys.
they have
Except
been letting
they're
people
also
down.
they're the Cowboys of the North.
Yes. They have been letting people down since 1991. Not even 1991, since 1990.
Cowboys of the North.
But I mean, hell, but I can honestly say too, it's like the Cowboys have actually won and gotten there and won since 1990.
That's true. Since '96 was, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
90 was the last one.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Diggs. He was good, but like really, Josh Allen. 4 turnovers from Allen wasn't good at all. But like I said, the Jets defense has had Allen's number for the most part, so it's like, The bad part about the Bills is their defense is aging faster than the offense.
That's very true.
I was shocked Kyer Elam from Florida. He was good in the playoffs last year. I was shocked to see he was inactive. Now for DeMar Hamlin, I know why he was inactive. He was inactive because they want him to make his return in the Buffalo.
Yeah.
They saving him for his home openers to make his return from the grave, basically, in Buffalo. So it'll be all the hype, all the emotions, all the goodies.
And then it's like they lost Naeem Hines as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I was shocked they weren't using James Cook in like 2-minute drill. They weren't using him a lot, which was kind of shocking. They used Damian Harris more, which didn't make much sense, but okay.
Dude, there's a lot that it's just that's why I'm curious.
But then again, it is how would I say this? It's week 1, and there's always those teams that they start 0-2 and everybody's like, or 0-1, 0-2, and they're like, they're good. This is over for them. And then they pick it up, they get their mojo back, and they get going. Look at Cincinnati the year they went to the AFC Championship game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also the same teams who go 1-0, 2-0, and then the whole season just falls off the rails because they're not actually that good.
Because it's like
look at Jacksonville. They beat Indianapolis week 1. Everyone's like, oh, wait, Minshew Mania. This thing might go good. Went right down the drain. They didn't win a game after that.
That's why it's like you don't want to see your team come out like gangbusters, but you also don't want to see your team come out too flat. Like, geez, the comment section's blowing. Josh Allen looked like how I thought Jordan Love would. Yeah, honestly, to be real with you.
I told you Jordan Love was him. I told you Jordan Love was going to be all right. And I told you that.
Look, honestly,
I was on the Jordan Love hype train a little bit.
I'm gonna be real.
Since I saw him against the Eagles last year. Now, Josh Allen, I had 0 shares of him in fantasy this year for a reason. He was way overpriced for drafts.
That's why I
didn't even like that.
That's why I didn't even think about taking him in fantasy.
Bro, you took Jalen Hurts in the 3rd pick in the draft. I want to hear you.
Honestly, I expect Jalen Hurts to eat tomorrow night. I expect him to eat.
Oh, he'll eat tomorrow night, but you lost to me, so you can't really say much.
I lost to you because, honestly, to be real with you, if I'm being honest, I thought
I had Graham Gano. I lost points last night. This week.
If I'm gonna be real with you, when Aaron Rodgers went out, I thought I had it won because I was like, oh,
I know. I was like, oh my God, Garrett Wilson, you are not just. Please give me some points, Garrett.
I was like, look, he just need 1 touchdown at least. But I was thinking about it. I was like, look, I got this thing won, boy. And then I went to bed. I was like, Aaron Rodgers didn't win out, so I'm gonna go to bed now. But I missed out on a good game and stuff. So, but no, it's all good. It's all good. I went to bed on the Cowboys though.
Yeah, that game was. We're getting that game in a minute, but yeah, okay. Since we already brought up Jordan Love, we might as well talk about the Bears-Packers game. Then we'll get to the Giants-Cowboys. We'll talk about Marquise Bell one time. Yeah, Jordan Love, he looked the part. Albeit the Bears are the Bears, and they show 0 trust in Justin Fields for some reason. Like all the plays they called were like 2-yard passes or behind the line of scrimmage, and I'm like, throw the ball farther down the field. Like. He threw the touchdown to Mooney, right? And it's like, dude came right in his face. He threw a dot to Mooney. I'm like, why don't you let him do it properly? Like, well, the offensive line sucks. It still sucks. It's kind of how it is, but like, yeah, come on, you gotta let the guy throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. Jordan Love, on the other hand, no Christian Watson. What's his name? Romeo Dobbs. He had a day and a half of practice. Jaden Reed went out early in the game, like halfway through the game, and Luke Musgrave is your only other option beside Romeo Dobbs. And the dude still threw 250 something, I believe, and like Aaron Jones did a lot of the work, but like he was throwing some nice passes in it. It wasn't like he was off or anything. Wasn't slow in progressions. He looked pretty good. Now, what is this? James Cook sucks. If his name was James Johnson, he would be on the Patriots. James Cook is an efficient player. It's just like sometimes you're like the dude lacks a person.
It's pretty crazy, but he's got a point.
No, if his name was James Jones, he'd be on the Patriots.
He really
They
would.
like their Jones and they like their Johnsons. Jalen Hurts, third pick in nasty work. If you win that week, I got no choice. Well, he hasn't won the league since I showed up, so I don't know.
Dude, nobody has won the league back to back. Honestly, like
I lost the final
We've
last year,
that league,
but I won the year before.
That league has had a different champion every year. And we're probably gonna have a different champion again.
Oh no! Don't worry. I'm gonna be trying to swap Wilson for Olave. See if we can take advantage of Flash. I don't know. That probably
Also, first NFL Sunday, I started confusing Christian Watson with Christian Gonzalez.
Hey, Christian Gonzalez didn't look that bad. He did a decent job. The Patriots defense did a good job containing the Eagles offense. It's the Patriots offense took a while to get going, and their offensive line was so bad they couldn't get no run game going. That's pretty much how it went. And the fact that the Patriots even had a chance in that game is kind of crazy, and they probably would have won the game if Keyshawn Boot knew that he needs 2 feet down in the NFL and not one. Because I was like, game on the line, and you throw it to a guy who hasn't caught a ball yet, and Keyshawn Boone is like, the fact he was on the field is kind of good for his development, but it's like, you got to get that second foot down. So there's that. All right, now for the fun part.
Teams with the
Giants, Cowboys. That game wasn't even fun.
I thought we were talking about this.
Which one?
Oh, we'll talk about that last after this. Yeah, Cowboys, Giants. Yeah, Marquise Bell went off. Cowboys defense.
Yeah, that game was boring in every spot except watching Marquise Bell on the defense on the Cowboys. If you had the Cowboys defense in fantasy, or you like a FAMU fan, you were the only people who came out happy in that game. Or if you're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, honestly.
Everybody else in America was kind of bored.
Dude, I was glad to see Marquise Bell ball out.
Mm-hmm.
I was really glad to see that, man. Dude,
8 tackles,
crazy.
6 total, 1 tackle for a loss, and 1 forced fumble.
Dude, the thing is he put on more muscle and stuff. He put on faster. His hits are more vicious now. He takes more of a textbook tackler now. Dude, that man's a full-on certified pro.
Yep. He's gonna have a spot in Dallas for a while, so he should be fine.
Oh yeah. He solidified himself a home. And he's only going to get better every week. And then the thing is when he starts picking off passes, boy, look here. It's like Deion said, I'm about to get comfortable. Friday was life flashed before his eyes.
That man. I didn't want to talk about the Giants. I didn't want to rag on them too much.
I'm gonna be real with you though.
Let's rag on the Giants. That Daniel Jones contract extension might have been the worst one in the NFL.
Saquon wasn't too hot either, though. I'm gonna be real.
Now the offensive line on that right side was like, yeah, it was Evan Neal. I thought Evan Neal was gonna be good, but like they put him at right tackle and he's just not good.
But
I don't know if he's just like a born left tackle and he can't play right, or it's just he didn't make a transition good enough, or Alabama offensive linemen are frauds.
They're not frauds. It's just, it's like, dude, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I saw Saquon literally have a ball hit him in the hands and he tipped it to a Cowboys player for a touchdown. That was just bad.
Yeah. Like the whole Giants offense as a whole was just like not on the right page, but Daniel Jones wasn't helping himself at all. Like he got paid $40 million and you're like, you should be able to at least hold the fort down and not get shut out. But then you're like, you're getting beat on offense, you're getting beat on defense, and you're getting beat on special teams.
Turpin returned a kick for the Cowboys, knowing his story. Yeah, no, I'll be real with that.
Hey, he a good returner, and then what's his name? Turpin was good last year too, so it's not like thing. But yeah, he had a great story coming back, so he's good there. I was surprised to see Jalen Tolbert. He got actually a good bit of burn in this game too, so. They got South Alabama guy, I think is where he's from, South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's doing good too, so shout out both of those guys. What else is there? There's a game where I realized Michael Parsons was a full-blown anime team. Oh, no, I learned that back when they played Chicago last year. He was a menace.
This is the game where I realized Michael Parsons is a full-blown anime demon. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like Stephen A. said. Stephen A. was like, he's like a B-list. I guess he said it. I don't know how to say it. But it's like he's like a B-list Lawrence Taylor. He's not like Lawrence Taylor, but he's like that tier below.
He's Lawrence Taylor White.
Yeah, exactly. So it's and the way he disrupts plays and stuff constantly and everything, like he's done it consistently for a while now. Dude, I do like what I see from Michael Parsons.
So you think the Giants are cooked, or you think they get their act together?
Who do the Giants play this weekend?
That's a good. I think the Vegas. Let me check.
Giants play.
No, the Bills get Vegas. Giants get
Cardinals.
Cardinals. They're gonna win.
The Giants will get it together.
They'll bounce back.
Yeah,
they'll bounce back.
They'll be just fine. Lawrence Taylor without the. Sir, was that necessary? Now, was that necessary, sir? Now, was that necessary?
See, we been drunk in the comments. You got to keep it live, nice and live.
Nah, and then honestly, look, before we do get out of here, I don't know if y'all saw it, but like,
wow, you're not going to talk about your Baker Mayfield reading defensive calls and winning his first game. Wow, I'm so
look.
Just kidding.
I don't need to talk about it.
I'm not talking about the Saints until week 5. I already said it on Twitter. I am not giving any thoughts on the Saints until week 5 finishes.
I need to see the Bucks on Monday night against the Eagles, and then I'll make my final decision.
What week is that?
Week 3. I will be at that game.
Wait, so the Eagles go from Thursday Night Football to Monday night?
Monday night. They have a long layoff. They got time to rest.
The Bucks. I wouldn't give you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
They have 2 extra days. It doesn't.
Don't do that for the Bucks. That's not fair to the Bucks. Even I won't. I'll say that. Don't give your final thoughts on the Bucks until the bye week.
Fair.
You get the Saints and then you get the bye week.
That's an early.
It's actually week 4. We know what? We'll give our opinions on both those teams week 4. How about that? So Sunday, October 1st is week 4. So October 4th, we will give our opinions on both the Bucks and the Saints.
Okay.
For the season. That should be fair.
Fair.
We held the Saints point week 5.
But honestly though, when
oh my god.
Lester winning games that will get him another contract. Yeah, no, I agree. He's at the point now where it's like he's trying to prove that he belongs somewhere. And I think that's it. That is what's driving him right now, is the fact that he wants to prove, that like I want to be here long term and I want to continue. Well, I want to prove everybody wrong about the fact that, first of all, people think that people have been saying like, the Bucks are going to suck after Brady. I think he's personally out to prove that narrative wrong. and he's out to prove that he can be a franchise guy. But I was gonna say, and I know
He
Drunk
was good in Cleveland until the shoulder injury and the rib injury.
Yeah.
Mainly the shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Like, he was pretty decent in Cleveland until he got hurt. And he tried playing through the injuries. So if he stays healthy, I think he'll be fine for the Bucks. He just took a minute to get going with the team in the regular season. That's about it.
Yeah.
Now for the Saints, it's like defense is good, but the offense, it's like
Now
sometimes it gives you a little bit of pause. The offensive line is like, they blamed Jameis for the offensive line last year, saying he couldn't identify it. But oh shit, never mind. Sorry. I gotta sit back and say not everything needs a reaction. My bad. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Week 5, well, week 4. Week 4 is when I say my stuff. Baker is Johnny Manziel, who actually watches tape and has a motor, if you know what I mean. Yeah, basically this. J Peeps. This is true, but I would also say Baker's Johnny Manziel with a work ethic. So I guess that's the same thing.
With an oil field in the. Honestly, yes. Yes, that is. I agree with that.
I was surprised that the Bucks corners were able to keep Justin Jefferson to 2 catches the entire second half. Jefferson was so mad. Did you see his face after the game?
And it's going to be just like Randy Moss. He's going to get out.
Huh? He's going to get out.
Okay, he's going to be frustrated again tomorrow night. He's going to be frustrated again.
We forgot to talk about all the games, man. I'll just do a streamline of them for week 1, and then we'll just say who we get for week 2. But yeah, with the Bengals, it's like I think they had the week 1 blues because Burrow didn't play the preseason. It's like I wouldn't take too much stock into that game for them on offense because with that haircut, he just didn't look right. But he got his hair fixed back to normal now, so he should be fine. Not too worried about the Bengals. The Raiders, half their offense is hurt. Jacoby Myers got a concussion. Devontae Adams has a foot injury, I believe, and he has a knee injury, and Jimmy G has a foot injury, but they still won surprisingly because the Broncos, Will Lutz said the Saints picked the wrong kicker, and he proceeded to miss an extra point and a field goal, which would have had them win the game. So that was funny. Hey, when Justin Jefferson's career is over, he's gonna make Jerry Rice look like Reggie Wayne. That is true, except he's not gonna be like Jerry Rice and stick on one team though.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He's getting out of Minnesota.
Yeah, I think so.
Ravens, without Mark Andrews, they were rough at first, but Lamar didn't get going. Zay Jones did most of the work. J.K. Dobbins out for the year. Kind of sucked, actually. He looked pretty good early in that game. Anthony Richardson didn't look terrible against Jacksonville, but, Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley look like a nice duo.
I need to get NFL Red Zone back.
If Jimmy G don't end the week with an injury, I don't want.
Wow.
I don't get it, but okay. Moving on. Commanders, the Cardinals defense made Sam Howell a punching bag, and he got beat up a lot, but they still won. Bijan and Tyler Algier might be the best running back duo in the league, surprisingly. Lions, Chiefs, surprised that the Lions won, but the Chiefs wide receivers sucked. Dolphins, Chargers, Tua, pretty good. Very nice. He beat out Herbert cleanly. But, Brandon Staley's coaching still sucks. And, this, how do I say this nicely? The Colts better hope he doesn't pull an Andrew Luck if they don't fix that offensive line again.
I was going to say, they better hope he doesn't wear out like Cam Newton.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's what
he needs to last a little longer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, and I was saving the best for last. Rams, Seahawks. I mean, somebody was saying Jimmy G was an MVP candidate, top 3 quarterback in the NFC, better than Jalen Hurts. Not saying who it was who said that, but he's still slow on that. Wow.
Did I say that?
No, not you. Who else comes on the show? Starts with an F, ends with an H. I'm bad. All right, week 2. Vikings, Eagles. Who we taking? I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles.
I think it won't be close.
Yeah.
Even with Bradbury out, I think Slay walks up Jefferson
you
again.
yeah,
I think
consider
Addison has a big game. It'll be rough for the
they can
Vikings.
also bring in
Off-
Kelly Ringo. So it's like they really bring in somebody from UGA and they'll be fine.
Bears Bucks. I think the Bears. The offensive line for the Bears is gonna get Fields killed, sadly, and the Bucks D line will probably kill him.
Yeah, I think the Bucks will be fine. The Bucks got that one.
Chargers Titans. Even without Henry, I think the Chargers are gonna be fine. Ryan Tannehill looks so bad.
Yeah, Chargers.
What do you say here? Red zone's really hit zone. They love showing a star. I mean, yeah.
They really do.
By the way, did you know if you're a student, you can get NFL Game Day Red Zone and ticket for $130.
Don't worry, I'm gonna look into it real soon. This will be my
If
last.
you're a student, I think since you're in a grad school, you can still get it.
I know.
Chiefs Jaguars.
I believe that is Chiefs Jaguars. Honestly, look, if the Chiefs come out like
Kelsey back, Jones back, I think Chiefs gonna come out.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs got it.
Mahomes ain't gonna stay down forever. He coming back.
Yeah.
Colts Texans battle of the tanking squad. I'm gonna take CJ. Colts pass rush ain't. I don't think. Like I told you. I told you. I think it was 2 weeks ago when Isaiah Wayne got claimed by Indianapolis. I think he's gonna be scratched first 2 weeks, get in special teams later, and then he makes it onto the actual team.
This game in Houston.
This game's in Houston.
Yeah, give him the Texans.
I'm taking. I think Stroud's got it. Packers Falcon. I'm taking Packers. Jordan Love.
Yeah,
he got it.
Packers.
Raiders Bills. I think Josh Allen bounces back.
Yes.
Stream East. That's all I'm going to say. This comment will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right.
I've heard that before.
I've heard that before, but I don't know what the hell Stream East is.
It's a website.
It's a website.
I'll send it to you because I've heard that before.
All right.
I do have something like that in a.
Okay, cool. All right, Drunk, you can delete that comment. Ravens Bengals. That's gonna be a good game if Joe Burrow gets his act together. I don't know if he does though, but I think Zay Flower torches him. But Jamar probably torches the Ravens defense because Ravens injuries piled up yet again.
Yeah.
The Ravens got to be like the most cursed injury team ever. I don't know why, but they just get beat up a lot.
Because their mascot's a raven.
Wow, shots fired. Seahawks Lions. If the Seahawks don't win this game, Flash is gonna have to eat a lot of crow.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if the Lions won.
Oh no, I'm the Lions gonna win this game.
Dan Campbell
don't have either pass. The Seattle don't have either of their tackles. The right tackle just went on IR, and I think Charles Cross is gonna go on IR just now too.
And you have James Houston and Aiden Hutchinson coming. And then the funny thing,
yeah, Bengals winning. I don't see Burrow. Burrow and Chase own the Ravens. Well, yeah, they pretty much own the Ravens.
But yeah, so like even with the Lions, dude, Dan Campbell literally said he wants it so loud in there Sunday that you cannot hear yourself think. He wants Lions fans, and then I think the Lions sold out their season tickets, Lions fans are about to pull up. It's gonna be crazy inside Ford Field Sunday.
Yep. 49ers Rams. It's surprisingly Rams look all right on offense, but yeah, I think 49ers win.
49ers by 40.
Don't let Flash see this.
I got the Lions. Geno Smith is terrible and always has been. I don't care. You know what? Show that to him. Show it to him. Clip that.
How would you deal with that? He'll get mad if I send it.
Nah, I want you to send it because you live with him.
I'm not sending that. You deal with it.
Nah, I ain't
deal with that enough. I ain't got to deal with no more.
I've already sent him a few screenshots.
We know what. All right, Commanders Broncos. I think Commanders. Oh, how do y'all feel about Jahmyr Gibbs only getting seven carries? Even though I was mad about that, but I can live with it if their plan is to work him in nice and slow.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'd need to see more than 7 carries this game, though. At least 10 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And some more receiving work. Need some more receiving work for sure.
Mhm.
Commanders Broncos. I think Sam Howell cooks them. Sean Russell Wilson completed 27 passes, right? He had less than 200 yards. Now, if Jerry Jeudy comes back, maybe. I still don't see it, though. I still think the Commanders got it. Giants Cardinals. I think Giants beat the Cardinals. Suck.
Yeah.
Dolphins Patriots. I think Tua lights them up.
Yep. That's not something.
Tyreek. I mean, if Christian Gonzalez can stop Tyreek Hill from getting over 100 yards, give him Defensive Rookie of the Year award right now. Not even close. If he does that,
Well, we know
but he
that.
won't. That ain't happening. So we don't have to worry about that. Jets Cowboys. Well, we know Cowboys are going to make Zach Wilson's life a living hell. So Cowboys.
Cowboys by Foudy.
Mm-hmm. Saints Panthers. Saints. I'm gonna say the Saints because the Panthers' offensive line is just hurt. Like Bryce Young is gonna get killed.
Yep.
Browns Steelers. Browns.
Yes.
Poor Kenny Pickett. He went from Nick Bosa week 1 to TJ Watt week 2. Or not TJ Watt.
Miles Garrett.
Kenny Pickett won. Miles Garrett week 2.
Isn't
That's gotta be
still on the team too?
Huh?
Isn't Jadeveon Clowney still on the team too?
Mm-mm.
Oh well, still that's one less to worry about, but it's still hectic.
No, they have Zadarius. What's his name? Zadarius. God, I'm forgetting his last name.
Zadarius Smith.
Yeah, Zadarius Smith. I think he's on the Browns.
Mm.
Yeah, he looking good too. Broncos' best player in 2023 is Russell Wilson. Nah, Pat Surtain is the best player, but on offense, it is Russell Wilson. The offense sucks. So yeah, Commanders. With that being said, though, that's all the games, so that's gonna mean we're done.
Yes.
Oh wait, what do you got? I hate this week because all my picks side with Vegas, except I got Jags over Chiefs. Hey, now Jackson easily win that game. ETN, Ridley, Lawrence. Chiefs wide receivers still suck. Kadarius Toney can't catch a ball for his life. Travis Kelce could still be a little bit banged up, not fully back yet. Easily can see the Jags winning. But I just don't see Mahomes losing back-to-back games. It's just hard for me to picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Surtain did a good job on Adams this week.
That boy good. That boy talented, man. Boy legit.
All right. I think we're done, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to mention Kevin Porter Jr. being the biggest, worst human in the world right now.
No.
I don't want to mention that. It's just we already talked about Mel Tucker being a shitty person. We don't need to talk about.
The thing I'll say is before we get out here,
another
don't be like O.J. Simpson and say what he said on camera. That's what I'm.
All right, y'all. Thank you for another great episode. Shout out Drunk. Shout out Ashton for great comments like always. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. JP's when you doing the pregame breakdown?
So the pregame breakdown for FAMU in West Florida will be Saturday at 5 p.m. an hour before kickoff. So make sure y'all tune in Saturday, 5 p.m. hour before kickoff. Don't be late. Look, honestly,
now if the Bucks beat the Eagles, he's got to show up in a Baker jersey.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you.
No, they got to beat the Eagles. Then he shows up.
No, he need to get an extension.
That means 3-0.
He need to get an extension before I buy his jersey. He need to get an extension. I'm gonna be real. I will come on
in China.
Jersey. I will come on here in a Bucks jersey. It just won't be his. So
if they beat the Eagles, you come with a Bucks jersey. If they go 5-0, you go with the Baker jersey.
I ain't got money for no Baker jersey if they go 5-0. I got rent to pay.
Fine, 7-0.
I don't have money. I have rent to pay.
Oh well.
And I'm inheriting the YouTube TV account, so that's honestly it's not as bad as it used to be. I'm paying less still, so but still, I got rent to pay and a mouth to feed. So all
right. Enough joking. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for another great episode. Pre-game breakdown is at 5:00 Saturday. The post-game video actually did pretty good actually.
Yeah, because
A lot of people in it.
we had to tell people to calm down. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, take him out the game! Take him out the game!"
I was in the comment section just messing around.
No, Jesus, no, it was just people on Twitter talking about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, calm down,
Mm-hmm.
relax. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, all right,
Yeah.
folks. Take care, stay safe, stay blessed. We will see you next Wednesday.
Next week.